Hi, and welcome again to the Ink Nouveau, the essence of writing passion. I'm Brian Goulet of the Goulet Pen Company, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Moleskine Ruled Notebook and the Rhodia Webnotebook, affectionately known as the Webby. These two notebooks are pretty similar, and a lot of you have some questions about what makes them different, so I'm going to go into detail about what those are. Firstly, the Web notebook that I'm comparing today, this is the US version, not with 90-gram Clairefontaine paper. And the Web notebooks that are sold in the rest of the world are 80-gram, and they're different paper. So I want you, if you're not in the US, these are only available through the US, thanks to Exaclair and their great response to their customers. They've only been around since about April of last year, so these are relatively new. But any retail you buy from the U.S. is pretty much going to have these, as opposed to the 80-gram ones. So, just getting into it, Moleskine is an Italian company. It has kind of a questionable history based on its marketing and what people think about how much of that is actually true. I won't get into much of that today, but I will just say that I'm going to try to stick to reviewing just the products. I do sell the Web notebooks. I do not sell the Moleskines, so everything I say, take it with a grain of salt. Buy both for yourself and try them out and tell me what you think and determine for yourself what you really think of them. But I'm really trying to show you here in practical use what makes these two notebooks different. The first thing that makes them different is the Moleskine comes with 240 lined pages, which means that it's 120 sheets of paper. A page is one of each side of a sheet, so it's 120 sheets, and the Webby comes with 96 sheets. So you are getting more paper with the Moleskine, but you're getting thicker paper with the Web notebook. And the performance is different, and I'll go into that here in a second, but I just wanted to talk about that. As far as the size goes, the two are very, very similar in size. The Moleskine is, let's see here, 5 inches by 8 1/4 inches. And the Webby is 5.5 by 8 1/4. So it's only a ½ inch difference. And if I hold them up like that, you can see not too much of a difference there. It's only about, you know, ½ inch on its width. That's the difference. The height is exactly the same. As far as the cover goes, the cover is a little bit thinner, as you can see here on the Moleskine, than it is on the Web notebook. The feel is different. The Moleskine has a cardboard textured feel, and the Web notebook is a leatherette. It's very smooth, probably one of the best feeling leatherettes that I've ever felt. I really love the feel of the Web notebook. You know, as far as what your preference is, that's purely up to you. Both of them have an elastic strap. The thing that I don't like about the Moleskine is the elastic strap kind of dangles down like that when you undo it, but the elastic strap on the Web notebook hugs a little bit tighter. You can see just a little bit tighter to it, and the elastic material is a little bit different. This is a little stiffer, and this is a little more stretchy. So anyway, but that's really not that relevant. As far as the design goes, on the Web notebook, it's got a big Rhodia embossing right on the front, which some people like, some people don't. It's got nothing on the back, and it has the page marker just like most of these notebooks do. The Moleskine has the logo embossed on the back. It's got nothing on the front, and on the back it has Moleskine embossed right there. The one drawback that I hear the most about the Web notebook is that on the pages, the bottom of the page, it has your Rhodia logo. Okay, some people don't like that. It breaks up their flow of creativity or what have you. I personally don't mind it so much. I've heard rumors, I'm not going to say anything definitely, I've heard rumors they're considering taking the logo off in the future when they make these, and certainly if that's something that you desire, let me know. I'll pass the word up through Exaclair, and you know, your response is what got us the 90-gram Web notebooks in the first place. So you making noise and having demand and you know, being very succinct about what you want, that helps me to pass the word up, and we can actually get some changes made if there's something that you desire. That's as far as the Web notebooks go. Moleskines, I don't have a clue about that. I'm not involved in that hierarchy, if you will. As far as the rest of it, I'll go ahead and get into the actual use of the notebook here. So I've got to load the camera on the tripod, so let me do that real quick. The magic of editing. Look where we are here now. I've got the Rhodia and the Moleskine right next to each other. As you can see, the size is very similar. If you look at the glare in the light, you can tell really the difference between the two different covers now. It's got that cardboard kind of shiny look to it. The Rhodia is a nice soft leathery feel. As far as the actual use of the notebook, the one thing that I really feel the Moleskine does have over the Rhodia is it lays flat a lot better, similar to the Quo Vadis Habana. When you open it up from the first page, if you're writing on a desk, nice and flat. Okay, the Web Notebook is not quite like that. The Web Notebook is designed to be more of a carry-around notebook, to be written on your lap. So it's got a really stiff cover, and the binding is a little bit different. It's much more of a glued. It's a stitched and glued binding, but it has a lot more glue. So it takes a little bit of breaking in to get it flat. But you can see I already broke that part in. But you know, as you get further into the notebook, it has a little bit of a hump here. So that's something that you need to kind of work out and break in, and then it'll lay flat pretty well. Once you get towards the middle of the notebook, it'll do it a little bit better. The most important thing that I want to note out about the construction of these notebooks, you can see here the stitching that holds these in. The way they bind these notebooks is they take double pages like this, they group them up in maybe, I don't know, 15 or 20 sheets, something like that. Maybe not even that many, probably 10 sheets. They take them and they fold them in half, and then they stitch through them and then glue all of those together. And you can see here, a really good light, the different stitches. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stitches holding in this paper. And then on the Moleskine, you can see, where are we here? There we go, there's the stitching. You've got 1, 2, 3 stitches. That's what you got. So as far as the construction goes, you've got thinner paper and you have less stitches. So if I had to put my money somewhere in terms of which notebook is going to last longer, I would put my money on the Rhodia. But then again, I'm biased. I sell them, so but I do believe in what I sell. The paper is much smoother. That's what Clairefontaine is known for, is having smooth paper. Very smooth paper on the Rhodia. Probably, let's see if we can see it in the light. No, maybe not. Okay, you can see a little bit of a shimmer there. The Moleskine, not so much. It's much rougher, not as smooth as the Rhodia. As far as the rulings go, you have a 6mm ruling on the Moleskine. You have a 7mm ruling on the Rhodia. So the ruling is narrower on the Moleskine. You get 31 lines per page on the Moleskine. You get, let's see here, 28, I believe, is a number I wrote down somewhere. Yeah, 28 or 27. I can't remember the exact number. I counted them up, but just a few less lines per page here on the Rhodia. That's about it as far as the differences there. They both have the inner pockets on the back, which, you know, I don't use them for anything, but maybe you do. A lot of people like them. It's just a little pocket where you can stick little notes and little, I don't know, whatever it is that you stick in there. They both have them. So that's something there that you may find appealing.